Okay. What do we see? Live chat. Bang. Try that. Stretch that a little bit. Bang. What is this fucking... This wheat... Sorry, I swear. In the beginning, I didn't mean to. It was an accent. I'm a good person, Charlie. Ooh. Yo, that trumpet sounds like a... Sounds like a wet fart, dude. This live is nowhere to be seen. Oh, it's here, though. I got the chat up, so if anyone sees it... If I click the link... Does the page even exist? The page does exist. Okay, I just don't know what the fuck's going on. Moderation helps everyone close. Okay, cool. Cool. That's what's up. Okay. I think we got 3 people in here. Guys, I'm trying... You live again? Okay, but this time I'm actually ready to be live. So what's up? This time I'm ready for it. Alright, they got that situated, dude. I found the chat doc. Everything is going to be okay. This is fucking crazy town, USA. Solid question. They move about... Oh my god, there's so much crypto drama. What did I title this? There is so much crypto drama going on. Alright, this music sounds like we're at a funeral. I need to up the ante right now. I can't deal with this. I need some upbeat. Ooh. Alright, a little bit of like jazz. Do that. That should be good. We'll give a second. Anyone trying to roll on in, maybe. It still does not say I'm live. Don't know where you guys are seeing this. I'm trying to literally just find the feed, but I guess we are. What did I title it? Oh, crypto is dumping. What is going on? Yeah, there's a lot to go into. A lot. Ooh. What the hell is this, dude? Wait, this... What the hell is this, bro? Wait, that's not the Goopster. What's his name? Alright, let's get serious. Get serious. Enough bullshit, huh? Right there. Okay. Alright, let's get rocking and rolling. Let me hit record. Shebang. Alright. So. We're having a massive... Not a massive, but we're having a little bit of a pullback going on today. We're at 247. 247, we were at like 260 a day ago. We got all this good news about Trump doing his Asian world tour, whatever the hell that is. And he comes out saying it all went well. We're getting crazy investment in the U.S. and everything. And him meeting with Xi was kind of the big one. And that apparently went well. Like, nothing's like super signed in pen and paper yet, but things went good. So they're like, oh, maybe we can get it signed next week. In response, and the Fed lowered rate cuts, or they did a rate cut rather. We got a whole bunch of continuous giant bullish news going on, and the prices of some of these assets do not correlate to the sentiment. Sediment, I think, is like mud if you got like crusted up in it. What's going on? Grumpy Troll. I'm rolling through it right now. Welcome to the stream. Went so well with doing nuclear testing again. Yeah, I saw that. That's what I mean. There's a lot of interesting pieces lining up right now. I'm not saying anything. I don't truly believe in this. But the fun theory is, if anyone knows about that 3I Atlas comet that they've been trying to hype up and keep us so in suspense for, is it an alien ship or is it a comet? Because it's acting so peculiar to the way a comet would act, and it's approaching, like, NASA's telescope like isn't working on it or something. So We got amateurs looking at it, and it looks fucking weird apparently. And they released a Netflix movie, Don't Look Up, or something like that. It's Leo and Katniss Everdeen, and it's just kind of like what's happening right now, but instead it's aliens, and it could potentially be Project Bluebeam going into effect. Who knows, dude? Who knows? It could be just another giant whiff, but imagine this is the moment they go for it, because the UFO topic's getting too hot. Like, people understand what's kind of going on with that, more or less. So, yeah, in response to all this, the market is very down. But I will say, I'm very stoic in my ability to have zero emotion to this. Like, I've always had the philosophy, put it away, tuck it away. Whatever happens, happens. But at this point, being in it for so many years and seeing how blatant the manipulation is, now I'm kind of getting pissed off about it, because it's like, come on, we got to get to a point. Steal me a spaceship if they come down. Hey, the world is about to change, and the world's about to change in a whole. Who knows? That's the question. Who knows? We could be in store for anything. We got the convergence of all these groundbreaking technologies for us to kind of like branch off into the next, whatever is next in store for us, unless the Terminators come online, unless it's that scenario. But it's like, it's fucking crazy. It's like we're being prepped for the Intergalactic Council, you know, some bullshit like from Rick and Morty. That's all the fun theory stuff. That'd be sick. I wish I had my own council of Ricks, dude. That'd be tough. Oh shit. Plank's got something to say. Smoke and mirrors. I could go for a spaceship if they came down. Smoke and mirrors, dude. We got crypto. We got the convergence of crypto, AI. The economy is about to bust. We'll be in transition to whatever the next thing is. The Terminators are coming. Jeff Bezos is still wearing a cowboy hat going to space. The Ready Player One thing is definitely becoming more and more. Meta, when we get to the news, Meta's earnings apparently were not good, so the stock fucking crumbled, and then they're taking $25 billion out in bonds or whatever, something like that. And Zuckerberg thinks he's in the clear, but that ain't gonna be happening. A booyah! Not gonna be happening on my watch. 248. We are witnessing. Guys, I don't actually doom and gloom. I think we just have to weather out the storm. Hopefully the storm isn't too bad, you know. And then on the other end, I think we'll be, as long as we positioned ourselves. Good? What do you mean good? Soul C4C? What do you mean good? What do you mean good? The Ready Player One shit's crazy. All right, let's go. Let me pull up this shit. There's so much news going on. My brain can't even handle it. So I thought this was interesting. Nope, not that. It's still 248. Nothing interesting's gonna happen yet. That's kind of my problem with this whole market right now, is like, what is the catalyst? What is the catalyst? Or are they really just gonna do it without any sort of notice? That's the question. Because you know that money's coming. And we also got a clip going to Saylor, Michael Saylor, and a real recent interview. There's like some, I don't know, big fucking whatever it is, big conference going on, and there's clips we got to go through of Brad talking with Tom Lee. They're on stage. There's so much stuff. But you think the switch for like this entire market rally, because the stock market has been plumbing through, which is crazy, because we all kind of like go to the crypto space to get better returns, you know, like where we think the future's actually headed, because the stock market's going to run on these blockchains in the next iteration. So it's just a matter of when. Is it when they pen and paper that? Is it when they pen and paper that between Trump and Xi, and that just, so, because you know, like, I think if he's working a backroom deal out with all the powers that be to keep the front, like, he's got to keep the front illusion the best they can. So I think they do gotta just allow him to take the credit for it. He like runs on it. He's like, I say, look at the markets, they're 4,000%, 4,000. Insane. I stocked up another fourth onto my allocation. Hey, that's what's up. As long as they're good positions that are gonna be utility in the future. That's the key word, utility. One last drag before the run. A liquidity sweep before the banking license is announced and we're off. I try to calculate all these in my head, bro. Let me see. One last drag before the run. A liquidity sweep before the banking license is announced and we're off. See, like, the thing is, we got to prepare mentally too for the possibility they do not get the banking license. Do we not? Like, what if, because that, I'm telling you that, if they got denied that, I could see someone either coordinating or a genuine market, like, XRP holders dump it at that point. Even the, like, convicted, I feel like that would, I don't know. I could see that happening. I don't want it to happen. That doesn't mean that, because I don't, but you know what I'm saying. Penn needs to meet Paper because he could tweet a picture of Winnie the Pooh before that. And we all go broke, dude. God, the market manipulation is next level. The thing is, like, of course they're gonna do it. Of course, whoever's in power is gonna do what they do. Some just more stupid than others, more just in your face than others. But that's how you get to that position, bro. You kidding me? Like, it's so crazy. It's a professional scumbag. It's like, it didn't used to be that way, but that's what it's turned into. The corrupt beyond belief. Gotta get that average down. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Still trying to shake us out, Chester. Yeah. Overnight, Nick. XPR is something I'm going into slow. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know much about it. They wouldn't apply for it if they couldn't get accepted. I don't know about that. They wouldn't apply for it if they couldn't get accepted. Like, I know what you're saying, but we can never underestimate the powers that be for screwing over the average individual. You know? We always got to consider that. Even though it looks very bright on the other side. But who knows? Good. Why's everyone saying good? Ooh. Well, this bass is kind of getting groovy. I'm trying to pull it. Why is it? I don't know where you guys are watching this. Oh, there's the live stream. Why isn't my icon saying I'm live, though? That's crazy hindering. That is market manipulation on YouTube's part. Guys, be sure to like the live stream if you're in here. I appreciate you watching right now, too. We got 10 people in it. That's fucking crazy, actually. Literally just started this channel like months ago, but I didn't actually do it. Like, I started doing it 6 days ago. So it's already crazy. Okay. No, I keep clicking that button. Law Day 102. Uphold relaunches XRP Rewards debit card after it was shut down due to the SEC lawsuit. Back to business. I've used Coinbase, got me into their ecosystem with the debit card because the debit card initially was offering 4% back XLM, and that was my, like, I made use of that card then, but then obviously over time now it's like 1%. So they get you in the ecosystem. They probably offset that with the fees they charge and shit. But, you know, let me put Plank down. He's getting heavy. He's putting on weight. Dude, pull a Plank. I need a skateboard out of him. Dude, this fucking shit. You hear this shit? This shit's gonna break apart. I got mine up to 12 subs so far. Hey, you just gotta grind, bro. Shorts is the key. If you master shorts, you gain views. That's a little YouTube. Because, guys, I ran a I still run, but it's on hiatus. I run like 2 other YouTube channels. Like, I've done this before. It's just in different niches. You gotta find a niche. You know, you gotta find your people. That's essentially it. You gotta know how to target your people. Army is buying up good today. Ripple XRP overnight to become a bank. ETF are approved. USA says XRP is a shit excellent. You think it's that in your face? I don't know. I don't think it goes that in your face. I think it just like is a slow drip of catalysts. Because for that exact reason, like I think they want to keep it under the radar as long as they possibly can, so everyone can kind of just keep scooping up. That would be crazy. That would be crazy. I mean, I not welcome all possibilities, but like I am open to, you know, at least considering it. That's the thing. You gotta be like Batman. You gotta have like 10 different exit plans. You gotta know what you're doing. So this fucking button, dude. I'm gonna just cut my middle finger off because that's the button I'm using to click it. Uphold, relaunch the card. This would be a potential to get me back in. It's a debit card giving users up to 6% back in XRP rewards every time they swipe. That's pretty solid, I will say. This was crazy news, dude. Literally one of my last videos, I was talking about, obviously we covered all this type of shit, Evernorth and the Treasury Company accumulating 1 billion. They essentially got handed the billion, more or less, as a starting point. So I got to see them start scooping up. That's what we need. We need to see them scooping up lump sums off of public exchanges, because that's what they said they were going to do, I believe. Yeah, when I clicked it immediately, it was trading at like 10 something. So there's that. Yeah, but they were talking about Q1 2026 they were going to launch, and then here they are a couple of days later launching, which I thought was fucking crazy. DAI. Footage shows NOAA hurricane hunters navigating severe turbulence while flying through the eye wall of a Category 5 hurricane. Dude, this is fuck. People in mental cases. Let me see this. I like that alien guy. I want that. Yo, back it up, Terry. Back it up, Terry. Oh, what a thrill, though. This would be sick. I wouldn't want to do it, but this is badass. Either stupid or badass. Maybe a little bit of both. What the hell? Jesus Christ. Not on my bucket list. I'll tell you that. Ripple is all over NYC signs everywhere. Yeah, that is true, but that doesn't correlate to that, you know, necessarily. I mean, you could be right, but I got the Uphold card. My direction deposit lands tomorrow, and I'll see how it is. Apparently, I'll get 6% back on the down D and 4% on the debit card purchases. Direct deposit. Oh, okay. Okay. See, the exchanges want your XRP XLM offer 6%. No spank you, self-custody hold. I don't trust any exchange. That might be for the best. Honestly, everyone has their ways, you know. As long as not you specifically, as long as you know like what the risks are in anything, you weigh yourself, your pros and cons, what you're able to tolerate, you know, whatever works for you. Poor Starbucks, bro. They can't catch a break. Jim Cramer has officially said, I know people will sell Starbucks. These people are fools. Starbucks is about to go to zero. I'm sorry. Starbucks. Jim Cramer has officially put the death mark right on your cheek. You're dead. You work for it. They print it out of thin air. Bitcoin fixes this. Yet again, I don't know if Bitcoin necessarily fixes this, but this video looked cool about how them printing money. It's literally costume jewelry. That's all it is. Know the way you move it. I lie to you in a trance. Growing in your body. You do it with no hands. You do it with no hands. You do it with no hands. You do it. Yo, get Jerome in that factory. Yo, if Jerome's gonna literally bend us over and screw us, he should be out there physically making every single dollar. How about that? Maybe that would change their tune about how they do things. Please let this coffee be hot still. Oh, this is kind of going. Oh, this is kind of going. Ooh. Ooh. Oh, yeah, you got to get them out after the holds. 100%. 100%. You never leave them on any exchange, dude. You use them for their service. Oh, okay, thank you. Bye. Until we get that FDIC level, which is what the industry needs, inevitably. It needs that kind of to have people put their money in. But the question is, I don't see, like, the banks apparently have been fighting tooth and nail in Congress over this Clarity Act thing because the banking lobby is still in effect and they don't want stablecoin issuers to basically be able to get yield. And I've been trying to wait. There's so many moving pieces in this industry. It's very overwhelming. So like, I can totally understand how people just pay no mind to this shit, because if you just wanted to pay attention to its surface level, yeah, you would just kind of like tune into CNBC and kind of believe whatever they're purporting, because when you got to go this deep, it's too much. Must listen to the end. What does this say? How many times am I going to hit the button? You finally see applications emerging. All right, so this was Brad on Future Investment. What is that? Future Investment Initiative. FII. Brad Garlinghouse, CEO, Ripple. I think this organization, they do this every year or so, wherever. And one of the last years they had all the heavy hitters, bro. They had like fucking Ray Dalio. The table around was really good. They did one this year with Larry Fink, I saw was in it. So I want to tune into all that shit. Like, it's interesting to hear what these guys are saying. Yo, he's got the Ripple logo, bro. Bro, that's kind of crazy. He should have the XRP one. That's a red flag. Unless he's got to keep it under wraps and not promote it in your face too much. Red flag. All right, wait. Hold up. Let me fucking lower this. Brad, what are you saying, Brad? Brathaniel, what are you saying? Guys, if you are in the live stream, be sure to hit the like button. Helps it out. Let me see. I'm trying to pull this Brad. There you go. All right, Brad. Tell me what's up.
If I may, I think
this fucking button.
That we don't have a global consensus about crypto. Even in this
Tom
conversation,
Lee.
I agree that it still is early, partly because there is not a global consensus about some of these things.
Agreed.
And I think some of the use cases, we're still extremely early in terms of scaled use cases. Circle is certainly one example that has started to have a scaled use case around a stable coin. But I think the crypto industry, I agree, the next 16 years, I think will be better than the last 16 years, because you'll
100%.
finally see applications emerging that up until now have just been the store of value story or speculation.
Yep.
You'll finally see applications emerging that up until now have just been the store of value story or speculation.
Yeah, how about buying G Treasury, Hidden Road, Rail,
You'll
the businesses.
See applications emerging.
Was he just replaying that same line? What does Tom Lee say, this motherfucker?
That up until now have just been the store of value story or speculation.
Okay. I just was told the prince is coming, so we're going to actually have to end this conversation soon.
What? Whoa, that's a weird fucking response. Whoa. Is that not a weird response from him? Especially what he wants? Like, he's a pro-ETH guy and everything? That's a weird response.
Until now have just been the store of value story or speculation.
Okay.
That's like a, whoa, you're not supposed to say that because I got my bags and my people and my project I gotta protect. Wow, is that not odd? I know sometimes I could look too deep into things, but no, especially knowing like what Tom Lee's stake is in the game. Because when I saw their names on the panel together, I was like, oh, this might actually be good. Like, Brad might actually fucking say like, yo, like the token and everything like has to, actually do something.
You'll finally see applications.
That's fucking interesting.
Okay. You know, I
Okay.
just
Okay, we're not supposed to say that. Okay, Tom Lee. Okay, Tom Lee. That's interesting. I want to watch this whole thing. I was looking for it on YouTube. I couldn't find it. I cannot wait for the Brad Saylor and CZ panel. That should be good, dude. That should be good. That is such a good thing. Like they are all from they are from every corner of the industry. That is literally the best panel you can have, in my opinion. Like if you're trying to like cool things over, hopefully that's the way it goes. Like they, don't just try to pump their bags, because you pay attention. Saylor's tune has gone down about how high he thinks Bitcoin is going. Within this year, you watch him through the months further out to now. 250, 250, arguably even 300, maybe even 350 by year end. Then the goalposts changed, 200, 250, 200, 250. Pushed it again. Very recent now, he's like, oh, I think we can reach 150. Yeah, 150 seems realistic. Anything beyond that, I was always like, I don't know. The spike would have to be beyond astronomical. Maybe it is, maybe it will be. But 150 seems more realistic in my eyes, unfortunately. But yet again, Saylor is more in the streets with it, selling some ass for that Bitcoin, but not me. That was interesting.
was told the prince is coming, so we're gonna actually have to end this conversation
We're gonna have to end it right now. He's like, bro, we have another 40 minutes to go. What are you talking about?
soon. So
that up until now have just
Yeah, there you go, Brad. Fucking tell this guy, Charles Hoskinson. Yeah, I still don't know if this was true, which is kind of odd. Let me see. This lady tweeted about the Solana and Western Union deal, saying that, what? Did she delete it? Why isn't it working? Bastard. Oh, you motherfucker. It says the page doesn't exist. She was probably lying, or they threatened her beyond belief. Yeah, because there was no evidence to back what she was saying, but she was saying, what you don't read, Solana had to write a $25 million check with $25 million in liquidity stimulus for only a 6-month exclusive. It's tempting for legacy orgs to de-risk their proof of concept with a big check, but they'll regret it when their chosen blockchain goes down and blah, 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 but it's not there anymore. And Charles Hoskinson was loving the drama. But as of recent, I don't think we truly know whether that's a true statement or not. So I took it with a grain of salt for that exact reason. There was no receipts. Okay. Oh, I don't even know if I want to dive into this right now. This is like the complex, the nitty gritty arguments of like, if XRP is actually going to work out. This is this whole shebang. Maybe we'll dive into it just a little bit, but it's like, we could spend hours on that topic alone. Western will switch. That's what I think. What she said at the end there is pretty accurate. It's like, yeah, it's good for them to like do it now because they're getting a check for it. So like, we'll let you do a fucking 6 months exclusive, whatever. But that's only 6 months. If it's true, this is assuming this is true. Yeah. So I mean, they're paying to essentially be the pilot, but we also cut back Western Union. Some guy from it maybe said, oh yeah, we tried XRP and it didn't work. This was like back in 2018. I don't know the full story around it or have dug into it because yet again, there's so much. But then my question arises, when was the lawsuit slapped on them? I guess we could find that out. That's the beauty of AI. When was the lawsuit brought on Ripple XRP? You fuck with one of us, you fuck with all of us. What the hell is this? It gave me a chart. When was the last quit brought? Wait, what? US filed a civil lawsuit against Ripple Labs and 2 of its executives on December 22, 2020. That was from 2020? Wow. That's insane. Okay, 2020. Just asking questions, Okay, interesting. So Charles, oh my God, that button. Hey, well, I'm going to get rid of that button. Western redacted that statement. Wait, redacted what statement? What, this one? The Camellia? What's her name? Consensus. Oh, she's with she was with Consensus? That's interesting. That's interesting. I don't know. So many connections. All obviously, this whole industry is fucking connected one way or another. Okay, so I don't even know if we dive into this right now. Let me see. So this guy, Wolf of All Street, I've seen his name circulated. Scott Melker. I didn't even know that was his name. They didn't like Ripple. Then redacted? Interesting. So this guy goes, I say this with no disrespect, looking for the actual answer. What is the current pitch for XRP? The token, not Ripple the company. Western Union chose Solana for their stablecoin. Swift went with Linea on ETH, which was the selling point I heard for years. Stablecoins have clearly taken the reins for payments, so I get their stablecoin being in play. But what utility does XRP have? Okay. That's a valid question. That's a total valid question. So I read through a bunch of the responses, a lot of moronic statements, a lot of moronic ones, like people just attacking him immediately. And it's like, yet again, like those types of people are not our people. Like those are kind of on the same level as like the Bitcoin maxis. They're that far and then they're that far. We're trying to be like, realistic about some things. So the only good ones I could really find was this guy's statement. I thought was pretty good. So his response, what's his name? Santiago Velez? Is he just a guy? Co-founder, manager, Onami Press, co-founder, manager, Zhao Dao. Okay, all right, so he's got some credentials. One of the purposes of the XRP native asset to the XRP Layer 1 is to have value for spam prevention. It's not gas, but it can de-incentivize DDoS attacks, DDoS. Okay. That's the one thing that I don't know if this is any correlation, but with XLM, you look at your wallet, like your XLM wallet, it gets spammed constantly. It's fucking annoying. XRP transaction fee is, its sole fee is big difference. Western, like higher fee, they can make money on the transfer fee. Like there's so much to take into consideration when you're trying to consider like why did they do the move that they did, and then the question is you got to kind of follow the money. If that statement about them paying for that pilot, that 6-month exclusivity, just to try to bring, probably it seems like, because since a long time, so whether you're pro Solana, whatever, it hasn't had necessarily the best track record when it comes to like legitimacy, because the technology is pretty good. Not, I wouldn't say on the level of the XRP ledger when we have to start moving trillions of these whales money and fucking that type of shit. I don't think those guys were ever going to choose Solana. I think Ripple was set out to be deployed and utilize that XRP ledger for that type of shit. But Solana's tech is good for what it is, but just with like the amount of outages and downtime and like spam attack, and its history of outages is a lot more than I think these big institutions would feel comfortable utilizing. So I think, and they've had bad PR because it's all kind of been correlated with meme coins and just fucking NFTs and pictures of monkeys and digital gorillas and shit. So yet again, I don't think these big institutions were ever going to look at that and say, yeah, that's the blockchain we're going to use. I think they yet again serve their purpose. I think they serve as the good kind of maybe everyday chain. They all serve their purposes. I mean, they're all going to eventually evolve too, like Brad said. The next 16 years, once we get this regulation in and these people are actually utilizing, building tools, apps and shit that then gain the traction of the user, that's where that value is going to be. whatever people are using. So we saw since 2017 how crazy the landscape has changed. In the fucking beginning, they're like, oh yeah, Ripple's working with banks or whatever. Could we ever imagine, fast forward and this many years later, they're applying for a bank license? I don't know. I think people think too small of a time frame. So that's kind of the gist I'm giving on that. Guys, be sure if you're in the stream, appreciate you watching. Be sure to hit that like button, subscribe notification. Helps the stream out. And yeah. Oh my god, I didn't even go to the rest of his thing. Dude, there's so much to talk about in this industry. It's fucking crazy. Okay. Dude, we literally read the first paragraph. Oh no, man, I might need a Celsius for this shit. One thing I know about USA, they're all about a hustle on top of a hustle. Wait, where are you from? Nick Miranda, where are you from? If you're not from the US, that's funny. I'd be curious to see what you think of us. All right. The original design of the ledger was to use XRP in the rippling process as part of an intercurrency pathfinding exercise. The native token is uniquely integral to this function, and it's why the XRPL had the first DEX in crypto. Rippling is the process of exchanging equivalent tokens using the same currency code. In the typical case, rippling through an issuer involves reducing the tokens issued to one party and increasing the token issued to another party by an equal amount. The path step specifies which account to ripple through. That's where the name for the company comes from. Oh, he's so excited. There's a little exclamation point. Ultimately, the role of XRP is to be the neutral bridge currency that has no central issuer. Example, I think that's what is EG? It is not an IOU like a stablecoin and does not carry the inherent counterparty risk that comes from an IOU. XRP as the native asset only carries the market-based volatility risk unique to digital assets. The volatility risk can be addressed via efficient AMMs, low settlement times between rippling, pathfinding, etc. To my knowledge, no other large cap L1 is designed this way, with the exception of XLM. As a fork of XRP, because Jed McCaleb went off and started that, and you got to ask yourself why. Oh, from New Jersey? Oh, no, I got that. Oh, yeah, I get that. So I thought that guy did a pretty good shebang as a first one. And then he also, this guy was good too because he, keep hitting that button. He went off and added on to more of the conversation and basically saying he doesn't think it's going as global as the hype is trying to let it be perceived as. I think it's a lot because the data speaks for itself. It's not performing. So like it's performing, but it's, you look at the data compared to other chains, which is a valid thing, but then you got to ask yourself, it's like, are they just, yet again, has the strategy kind of been like, you have the solution, you deploy the business Ripple, and then they create the bottleneck and the infrastructure around it. So like, inevitably they have to use their chain, even though it's not their chain, but it's like they chose that to be the chain. XRP for whatever reason, you got to ask yourself why, but that seems like the plan, just create the bottleneck for the institutions and the big money. They are kind of like the only player in town when it comes to that right now. Not the only one, like obviously these guys are working with Stellar and fucking obviously other chains, Chainlink and stuff, but and yet again, I think part of the conversation is people bring up Chainlink, but to my understanding, Chainlink is only kind of essentially creating the interoperability in terms of like the messaging standards, so like the chains can communicate with each other, but in the end of the day you still need the bridge currency to like execute the transaction and let it go through smoothly. Like that's the last kind of pinpoint of friction. But I guess there are other ways potentially around that depending on the chain you use. Like I think they were talking about you could use like a DEX or something like that. It all depends on liquidity and everything, but there's so many variables. It's so overwhelming at times. Moral of the story. I think they will all serve their purpose, but I think the XRPL is the chosen one, is like the chosen for the Mac Daddy of capital that is going to be flowing through. Santiago Swift. Shout out Santiago Swift. Where's my other good? Is this the good playlist? Ooh. Hey. Yo, let me get that horchata. Let me get that horchata, please. Let me get it. Where the fuck? Dude, I lost my place. There's so many tweets to go through. Even though they're not tweets, they're posts. So stupid. Guys, if you don't follow me on, what's it called? Oh my god, that button again. You can follow me on X. I don't post, like, I haven't been posting because I've been focusing on the YouTube and Patreon and everything. You could also support on Patreon. I got a bunch of exclusive videos up there. And if I hit that button one more time, I'm going to lose my marbles. I'm going to lose my marbles, man. Okay. Yeah, that was crazy. That Brad Charles. And I thought this was a good... Look at this guy. I thought this was a... No, dude, this fucking thing. You're pretty not gay. I try, I guess. That's all any of us can do is just try, you know. I thought this Mantis guy had an interesting point, too. He goes, in reference to the Wolf of Wall Street guy asking, like, what is the purpose of the XRP token? And he's going, stablecoins are issuer IOUs on their own rails. They don't solve FX or interchain settlement. You still need a pre-funded liquidity and trust in the issuer. XRP is issuerless, chain agnostic liquidity, buy, settle, sell in seconds as a common bridge. But then people always say, like, but why would anyone, like, why would any of these businesses use this random token? Because then it's still like, oh, they're using someone else's token. The XRP ledger is decentralized. But then they say, like, oh, but Ripple owns most of it. They don't own most of it. They have an escrow. And the escrow just seems pre-allocated to a lot of businesses and institutions and everything. That's what it seems like. Doesn't mean that they definitely haven't not dumped, but like utilized the XRP in the controlled escrow for them, you know, and filled their pockets and used it for the business. That definitely happened, you know, most likely. But I think this is such a long calculated plan because it's that fucking important. I don't know. I think that's a solid argument, but I don't know. We got to see. People will try to poke holes in anything. But that's just kind of my understanding looking at it right now. On Korean exchanges, XRP trades at roughly 2 to 3 times Bitcoin's volume. You see it on the screens, hear it in quiet trader chatter. Korea didn't wait for the future of finance. It just kept moving. That's SHX on Stellar. What the hell is that? Who is this guy?
Just got back from Korea with the Stronghold team, and I can't stop thinking about this stat. XRP trading volume in Korea is often double Bitcoin's volume, sometimes triple. I knew this before we went.
They love
but
it.
Seeing it on the ground, watching it happen in real time on exchange screens, talking to traders who treat XRP like their primary position, that feels different. On Upbit and BitHum, their two biggest exchanges, XRP often accounts for over 20% of all trading. Western
That's
markets
crazy.
still treat Bitcoin as the default.
Yeah,
Korea
for now.
skipped right past that.
Yes,
This
dude,
is
Korea saw through the bullshit. That's what it seems
exactly
like.
why we built SHX on Stellar. Same philosophy. Fast.
The Bitcoin narrative only seems to kind of have the traction it does in America. Like, it definitely does in other parts of the world. But yet again, when you look at, like, countries like there and Japan and everything, like, granted, Japan is definitely getting their beak wet in that Bitcoin too, but it seems like Bitcoin is kind of mainly to benefit the U.S. in some grand way or another. The house always wins.
Global, compliant. The boring stuff that actually makes money move. When a country picks XRP over Bitcoin by these margins, they're telling you something about where finance is headed.
Yeah, for real, dude. You really think they're just all fucking stupid? There's no chance, dude. Like, South Korea has it together. Meanwhile, Americans over here eating Pop-Tarts for breakfast, bro. Nothing against Pop-Tarts, but first thing in the morning? JP Morgan, what are you saying about JP? Young JP. Guys, if you're in the stream, I appreciate it. And be sure to hit that like button. It helps the stream out. Share it to the homies. Only the cool homies. JP Morgan Titanic, same player, a different object. They said that the first ship he owned was RMS Olympic and repainted it as the new one in Titanic. Sings Bitcoin. Think here comes the new ship XRP. Hey, this is up. Oh, I see myself twice. What the fuck, dude? What a weirdo. What the fuck? Dun, 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 dun. I had to do a try. Absolute weirdo town. Talking about XRP. Talking about XRP, dude. This ain't the place for that. Fucking weirdo. Dun, 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 dun. Breaking. No, not. Scott Bessent has said we finished China deal. Signature is possible next week. Let's just get it done at this point, please. Enough. You're dragging us all through the mud, please. Scott Bessent, make the pain stop. Make the pain stop, sir. Get it done already. This all in crypto guy is pretty good too. President of the European Central Bank, Christine Lagarde. We've heard Christine Lagarde speak before about how she feels on things. On how the digital euro will benefit the European economic area. The Europeans are paying 1.4% of GDP for payment services. That can go down. Let's see what she has to say. Just a little bit.
Faster, easier, cheaper, more secure across the whole Europe. You know, at the moment we have 19 member states. There will be 21 in a couple of years' time when Bulgaria and Croatia join. So that's
Croatia.
Really what we hope for. That's, I think, priority number one. At the moment, we know, for instance, that the Europeans are paying 1.4% of GDP for payment services. That can go down, okay?
Absolutely can when it's like free now.
We want to make sure that central bank money remains accessible. And as the world becomes more and more digital, we have to find a way for that central money, which is totally safe, to be accessible. Third, we believe that a digital euro would safeguard financial stability and monetary sovereignty. By being ahead of the curve, we prevent other players, whether from the private sector or from another country, to take, winner takes all advantage, if you will.
Yeah.
And that's important. I think the fourth element, which is also important, is that it would improve inclusion. Even in Europe at the moment, we have about 5% of the population which is not banked, which has no bank account. And
Bank the unbanked. Whose mission is that? Whose names have you seen around the digital euro project? Ripple and Stellar.
Walks around with cash. That for safety reasons, and particularly to protect women who are plenty in that category, I think is an inclusive tool. And the fifth one, as I said earlier on, is to respond to the people's urge for protection of their privacy and security of their data. So
yeah, I don't know about that. I mean, Europe, the fucking UK and shit. Aren't they like cracking down? Like they arrest you if you say some shit. Is that true?
Five key reasons. But no to turn it into a monetary policy instrument. That's not the point. No to eliminate cash. Not the point either.
No, thank you for clarifying that. I think important.
Bro, people don't understand how important of a fucking mission this is. This is literally, like she said, like, we have to get this right now because we can't allow the fucking, like, money rails to be going to private companies. She's like, we need to preserve our euro, dude.
And something we...
Like, that's the game for these people. Come on. So I think we got more of this clip with Tom Lee and Brad. Oh, I definitely need to see this. Hold up. Guys, if you're in the stream, appreciate it. Be sure to hit that like button. I keep saying it because every time I click over there, I get reminded. Okay, let me see what this is about.
Hey, good afternoon, everybody. I'm very excited to be hosting this panel. We've got
I bet you are, because you need to control the narrative.
A very illustrious group of individuals here, and we are tackling the the topic of, is there a global consensus in crypto?
Oh, this is going to be such a great video, dude. Buckle
So
up.
before I even level set and set the stage for a conversation, I just want to introduce who's actually in this panel. So to my left is Jeremy Allaire, the CEO of Circle, which went public this year. It is the stablecoin provider USDC.
I didn't know he was on there.
But what's really notable is Circle's IPO really opened the U.S. capital markets, and it has now led to a flood of tech IPOs.
Oh, for sure, dude.
Dr. Saifedean
OpenAI's about IPO.
is a very well-known author, the author of the Bitcoin Standard, and is a very published author and has
guy
a lot of
speaks way too
important
slow.
views around Bitcoin. We have Brad Garlinghouse, the CEO of Ripple, who also recently just got married. So congratulations.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Okay.
And we have Ricardo Salinas, who's
What the Dude, this guy, he's being weird. Yeah, what does he say? It feels awkward as Tom gets the Brad Garlinghouse intro. Lee's eyes don't... It was weird. It was like he didn't want to even give the room any chance to, like, give Brad props because these other guys, he was like, oh, yeah, no, USDC, they IPO'd for $1 bajillion. They led the industry, yeah. Next guy, yeah, no, you're really good, too. Brad, oh, Brad, you got married, yeah. And then skip right over him. He doesn't even want to say, like, how crazy the moves.
has a lot of important views around Bitcoin. We have Brad Garlinghouse, the CEO of Ripple, who also recently just got married. So congratulations.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah, how about you say what the...
And
what
we
a
have Ricardo
fucking
Salinas,
snake.
who's the CEO of Salinas Group, a huge Mexican conglomerate, very successful.
Dude, the next guy, he's what the fuck? He's the next guy. He's like, oh yeah, and then you, yeah, no, he runs like the giant like space
Entrepreneur.
shuttle and shit. What the fuck did he say?
A huge Mexican conglomerate, very successful entrepreneur,
Yeah, very successful. Yeah, you, Brad. Hey, Brad, you just got
and
married.
very famously made a very large personal bet on Bitcoin. Yeah.
Yep, as long as it's good for that Bitcoin, and Ethereum.
So
What? Why that clip is fucking
Okay, good after-
crazy. That clip immediately shows the biases. Like people will look over that shit. Wow. It would be awkward for you too if you knew the crypto market had been rigged in favor of Bitcoin and Ethereum for a decade, and the guy sitting beside you looking at you with the my turn face. Dude. For real. Oh man. Who is this? One of the main CNBC pundits on crypto in the last few years was, I don't know who that is, Anthony Pompliano, Novogratz. Pass. Let me see what they say. What's here?
And we're going to end this with Ripple versus Bitcoin Cash.
Okay, well, Ripple's the company. Like, what the fuck?
I'd pick Bitcoin Cash over Ripple because, I think in some ways Bitcoin Cash
Oh my god. Dude, this show.
has some unique features relative to Bitcoin, so there's some merits to owning it.
And we're going to end this with Ripple.
What did
I
he say?
think in some ways Bitcoin Cash has some unique features relative to Bitcoin, so there's some merits to owning it.
And we're going to
What a fucking answer, dude. Who is this guy? Who is this? Is this Tom Lee? Who is this? Dude, the show is just so for like the normie. Bitcoin, ding, 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 ding. Slot machine, Bitcoin, ding, 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 ding. Hey, programming. Bitcoin good. Make you money. Bitcoin, anything Bitcoin. It's like not even subtle. Just deliver. It's so crazy. It's so crazy. Like when your eyes see something, but then they try to say, like they could convince people the sky's fucking tangerine color. It's insane. Who's this? Oh, Google CEO? Is that who? Yeah, CEO. Google and Alphabet? Whoa, fucking big balls swinging, huh? Sundar Pichai. He just delivered Q3 earnings remarks. A few additional highlights from the call. Our AI models, Gemini 2.5 Pro, Veo, Genie 3, plus Nano are leading the way. 13 million plus developers have built with our generative models. Looking forward to the Gemini 3 release later this year. Yeah, no. That Genie 3 is, you got to watch out for that Genie 3. It's fucking crazy what they're going to be able to do with that. Hey, good for them, though. Apparently, their earnings were really good. I think like a fucking 100 billion profit, something crazy. And but it just signals to the big money even more though, like especially OpenAI just becoming for profit and like the wave of IPOs even in the crypto industry all the way to like OpenAI, Nvidia, the crazy crazy profit and moves they're making, it's literally them two at the top of the game right now. So it's like where the future's going, like whoever's responsible for the future, and it's literally them two combined together because they need the energy to do what they're going to do. So you scratch my back, I scratch yours. What does Grok imagine? What is this?
Central to deep thought. Do you copy? Central to deep thought. Do you copy?
This is so bad. What is this? This is AI.
Affirmative.
His AI made this?
I'm sending you new coordinates for your trip. There is a risk of impact with asteroids.
Should I wait,
Whoa.
Commander?
It is
It looks like Star
preferable
Citizen.
indeed. The data is not stable. It is difficult to have a
Whoa.
clear forecast.
Very well. I'll start the countdown.
I don't know what he's saying.
On green right now.
All right. I mean, give me a little bit more context, Elon. I don't know what that means. This was crazy. I thought, okay, Securitize and BNY Mellon launch a tokenized fund backed by AAA-rated collateralized loan obligations on chain. I think we all get lost in the semantics yet again of like people fighting about XRP being a bridge, because I forget Securitize. Ripple has connections to Securitize too. Let me check that real quick. Because I'm almost positive that was the case. Ripple connections to Securitize. Let me know. Searching the web. Searching. What's happening? Ripple's institutional stablecoin RLUSD has been integrated into Securitize's tokenization platform. That's what it was. Enabling holders of tokenized funds, namely from BlackRock's and VanEck, to exchange their shares into RLUSD. The migration is via a smart contract mechanism on Securitize's platform, allowing near instant redemption into RLUSD on-chain. RLUSD is presented by Ripple as an enterprise regulatory compliant stablecoin, 1-to-1 USD backing, regulated under the New York. Yeah, so they got the stamps. Securitize, a regulated tokenization platform, real-world assets, broker deals under U.S. regulation, among other credentials, is working to enable programmable liquidity for tokenized assets. That's a big deal. But then my question then becomes, is the RLUSD mainly being used? So is the RLUSD mainly being used in this case, ETH or on the XRP? ETH. Sorry about all my transitions. That's for when I record vertical and shit. Yeah, that's kind of the main question here. Good question. That's what it said. According to the press release from Ripple and Securitize, RLUSD is leveraging the XRP Ledger ecosystem. Oh, really? That's big. That's bad. All right, so there you go. All right, let me see though. This smart contract sets up RLUSD for deployment on the XRP Ledger. I did not find a definitive statement that RLUSD is primarily or exclusively being used on Ethereum or other EVM sidechains in this particular case. So to sum up, RLUSD is being used with XRPL as a strategic ledger for the integration with tokenized funds. Okay, that's pretty solid. There you go. Dude, once we get this shit ramping up, that's what we need. We're so close, dude. It's insane how early we are. Guys, if you're in the live stream yet again, appreciate you. We got 19 people watching. Let's get those likes up. The likes help the stream out. Oh my god, I got people, dude. The amount of comments I get now from doing this, since started doing this a fucking week ago. I get people on TikTok. Yo, you guys can follow my TikTok too for short form content if you're on there. Same thing, Economic Mike. But dude, I posted the video that blew up over there was me asking the question of like, all right, so if Bitcoin was created by the CIA or whatever power that be, like, what is their end game? And that brought out people fighting in the comments. It's fucking insane how tribal these people are. Yo, we are jumping in views right now, guys. Hit that like button. The like button is actively working. It's like rubbing a genie bottle, dude. It's fucking crazy. Wash that belly. If you guys do not wash your belly button, be sure to do so. I'm gonna grab something real quick. Literally, real quick. Did you see how quick that was? Did you see how quick that was? Big dog, yo Rico. Yo Rico, been live for an hour already. What up? Yo, we got 27 people in there. Yo guys, hit that like button. Appreciate you. This is crazy, dude. This community, the Minutemen community. Guys, you can officially become a Minuteman on my Patreon. Exclusive content and shit. That's my group. I'm going to start a Discord. So for Patreon members too, they can get access to a Discord. We're going to build the Minutemen into the ultimate section of the XRP army. I'm fucking telling you. I'm telling you. Because that's the thing. All these networks, like... I'm popping this. I don't want to spill it. Wait. You get a group of men who got their shit together and know what's happening. Make a stable coin for it, dude. Yeah. I could, dude. That'd be sick. Some type of NFT. some bullshit NFT. Dude, that's crazy though. Like how much of a circus this fucking this industry is and was for a good while, dude. Well, all the meme coins, Logan Paul and shit, scamming. Even Trump launched like 4 stable coins on it, scamming. Endless scams, rug pulls. Like we went through hell, dude. Like you got to look back. You got to look back and look at now and say, holy shit, the banks, like it's happening. The mainstream adoption is here. When we got Charles Schwab launching it, when we got ETFs launching, when they're trying to allocate it to people's hedge funds. What's the other one? Sovereign wealth funds. Banks holding it. Treasury companies stacking it. Government seizing it. The race for that money is on. The race for that money is on. It's Christine Lagarde. She doesn't want fucking private companies having a say on our dollar. Fucking Christine Lagarde is gonna make the digital euro. She's gonna shove it down your throat. If you fucking order Shake Shack too many times in a week, they're gonna shut it off because they don't want you eating Shake Shack. That's how that's gonna go. Just got so dark. I'm tired, Grandpa. But this is crazy news. It's oh my god, this fucking this guy, dude. No, not this guy. Holy shit. You guys gotta like the video now because, dude, I'm gonna get fucking triggered from this guy. I used to follow him so many years ago. I don't even think I followed him. He was just on my feed for a while, and his takes, a lot of his takes, I don't know. I lose my mind listening to this guy, and I'm pretty sure he's always messing around trading meme coins and shit. So it's like, I don't know. It seems that's what he's more worried about, or he's doing this as rage bait. I truly don't know. Just trying to make money as like an influencer in the space, but not truly kind of having a grasp at what's going on, which yet again makes the whole scene seem so degenerate. But yet again, if you're these companies like fucking Solana and Bitcoin, like whatever, like the people who have the vested interest in these protocols, you need to pump your bag. So of course you're going to deploy and pay people to talk good. They're all going to do that. Of course they are. Not all of them, because the XRP actually seems organic. The XRP army, that seems organic. Even Solana seems like it has an organic community too, because it's a lot of like, yet again, I don't know, I feel like dudes who play Counter-Strike like Solana a lot. That's honestly how I feel. Since Institutional got here, we have been hosed. They're going to liquidate everyone, dude. Yeah, no. Yeah, it hasn't. I was talking about that too. I was like, it's crazy how much Trump and family getting involved in the industry just like makes it look so bad. You got Eric Trump tweeting fucking almost every time. He's like, buy the dip, buy the dip. And then we go lower every time. Same thing as Jim Cramer. All these guys still saying, oh yeah, we're going to 250k Bitcoin by the end of the year. Now we got Sailor. Well, I think 150 we can make it. We're going to get to it. We're going to get to it. Yeah, I don't know. A lot can change though, dude. Literally by Monday. Literally by Monday, we could be on our way to the stratosphere. That's what's so exciting about this space. That's really what it is. It's like the ultimate casino. That's what it is. It's the ultimate casino. All right, let's see what this fucking guy has to say. I'm gonna pull what's left of my hair out. Insane. Guys, hit that like button. Here we go. His name's Lucas Cruikshank. Hey, it's Fred. The fuck's he saying?
It is so over for XRP, guys.
Oh my
Western
God.
Union is building exclusively on Solana. They'll be launching their own central bank digital currency, essentially, for Western Union global payments. Okay, that means remittances, cross-border payment systems. It really is just so over for the XRP bros. You guys were sold a grift, and they are consistently dumping 9 figures a year of it on you every single year. It's actually embarrassing.
What
it is so...
Dude, is this guy living on planet Earth? What the fuck is he talking about? What the fuck? What the fuck is this guy? I've seen him before, though. I mean, dude, like, can we be... Can we be honest? Dude, I'm not even being mean. Like, I'm not even being mean, but it's like, who are we gonna listen to? This kid? Or just taking a look at who's attending Ripple Swell and then like try and then connecting the dots from there. Are we gonna listen to him? Or the head of digital assets at BlackRock, Fidelity, Franklin Templeton, whoever, Citi's going. Citi just announced a partnership with Coinbase. They'll be at Ripple Swell. And literally everyone who matters is going to Ripple Swell. I mean, I can go down the list of arguments that they bring up. Like, as soon as I'll say that, they'll be like, it's centralized, all this shit. Like, it's not. So it makes me, I can't listen to you. You're either being truly disingenuous, or you're being paid, or you're just like, you just don't care and you try to make money. I don't know. This was crazy from Uphold. Someone's gonna acquire Uphold. That's one thing. John Deaton, one of the lawyers that helped the XRP movement and brought light to it when they were getting sued, and then he ran for Massachusetts senator, something like that, to try to beat Elizabeth Warren. I knew he wasn't gonna win. Mass is too far one way, and he didn't. His campaign wasn't strong enough to win anyway. But if he did again, I think he could. If he did it again, because this crypto industry, because a lot of these crypto guys, like even including me, like maybe would help him out a little bit because he brought a lot of light to the corruption during that case. So yeah, Uphold. Starting in select areas, Uphold is launching asset-backed loans. You'll be able to borrow against your XRP plus ETH, Bitcoin, and USDC. I'm all for it. Here we go. Another clip of this bullshit. Oh, here we go. Another clip. I love this shit. This is WWE in the finance space.
Tell us a little bit about your journey. I mean, we know that you invested a majority of your personal net worth into Bitcoin. What led you to
Yes, please. Talk good about Bitcoin some more in front of all these people with money, please.
make that bold decision?
I think it would be very useful for people here that are not so
Who's this guy?
familiar with the terms to clarify.
I wish we fucking knew who this guy was, because then we can know like why he's saying the things he's saying. If anyone knows, please let me know.
What is this crypto thing? And in my idea,
Is he the CEO of
there's
Circle?
Bitcoin,
I'm not sure.
stable coins, and then there's all the other tokens.
And then yeah. Then there's all the other crap that's actually gonna have utility. It's all over there, but Bitcoin's at the front. Yeah.
That's crypto. Crypto is all tokens based on a blockchain. So which one are we talking about? When we say consensus on crypto, are we talking Bitcoin as a future of money? Are we talking stablecoin as a future of banking? Or are we talking other tokens as a future of new technology, decentralized open source? I think it's useful to have that conception in your mind. Now, personally,
What the hell?
it's been a long journey. I started in 2013, so I'm very happy, of course, to be here. And a bit regretful that I didn't take it more seriously at the beginning.
Yeah, no
But
shit.
the one message I would say to everybody else is,
buy
it's
Bitcoin.
still early.
Yeah, oh yeah.
And Bitcoin is the
But see, when the big money starts saying that, then it instantly makes me skeptical, because they're all like, "Come in, the water's fine. Come
ultimate
in."
hard asset. Maybe a combination of Bitcoin and gold, will save your savings from this pernicious debasement that's going on across all the currencies, across all the countries.
True that. Who that? Who
Okay.
that? Did he
And,
do that? Do that?
You know, when I think about the Bitcoin rationale, why investors buy Bitcoin, I think one of the principal things that draws them here is the idea that Bitcoin is digital gold.
Yeah, because you guys purport it
It's a store of
nonstop.
value in a world that's increasingly digital. What do you
Guys, be sure to hit that like
all
button.
think
Please,
about
thank
the
you.
idea of, is Bitcoin going to be attractive if gold itself is available on the blockchain, so that if gold
That's what I'm saying. I'm surprised he raised that question.
becomes digitized and we can buy it as easily as we can buy Bitcoin, would we still want to own
The
Bitcoin?
thing about tokenized
Yeah, that's always been the question.
gold is that you still have the counterparty risk, and you might show up there, and there might not be any gold. The thing about Bitcoin is that the token itself, once you have it in your address, that's it. It's final settlement. So there's a big difference. I mean, it's very good for gold to be able to trade it like that, but you're certainly depending on the issuing party, the party that issues the tokens, to make good on that delivery.
And I would also
Like, I get what he's saying, and that is the argument against it, but I'm always trying to poke holes in every argument because I don't necessarily know enough about how the logistics of the tokenized gold would work. I don't think I can comment, but I don't know. It seems like you would be able to solve that problem with tokenization. Even, I don't know.
also add that it's essentially gold banking is illegal around the world. It's not really possible to make payments with gold. And therefore, people who use it as a store of value necessarily have to liquidate it in order to make their money mobile. We live in a global economy. Most businesses deal across international borders, and they need their money to move. And you know, in the digital economy, money's speed is increasing more and more, and therefore, gold if physically cannot keep up because I think it's too politically centralized, it's too politically sensitive. Whereas with
What?
gold, with Bitcoin, on the other hand, you've got final clearance and final settlement of a digital asset, which is native digital. So therefore, that allows it to be a lot faster. And I think that is why Bitcoin has massively outperformed gold over the past 16 years, and I would expect that trend to continue.
Interesting.
If I may, I think you're
Oh, Brad, yeah, let fucking Brad speak.
demonstrating that we don't have a global consensus about crypto. You know, even in this conversation, and I agree that it still is early, partly because there is not a global consensus about some of these things.
Agreed.
And I think some of the use cases, we're still extremely early in terms of scaled use cases. Circle is certainly one example that has started to have a scaled use case around a stable coin. But I think the crypto industry, I agree, the next 16 years, I think will be better than the last 16 years because you'll finally see applications emerging that
Wow.
up until now have just been the
Same
store
clip.
of value story or speculation.
Oh, I just got a call. You know, I just was told the prince is coming.
That dude, with the whole context of that clip, holy shit. Holy shit. If this does not raise anybody's red flags at the way this was handled, it's just so fucking obvious. Those guys are talking their bags. They got a script, and Brad tries to bring them back to reality, just raising these basic questions, these basic concerns, and immediately shut that shit down. Wow. If that's not fucking bizarre, I don't know what is. Jeez. Just in, President Trump officially meets with Chinese President Xi Jinping to discuss trade deal. Yeah, we already heard some stuff, apparently. It went well, more or less. Good to see. He's like, what the fuck you saying?
And we're going to have a very successful meeting, I have no doubt.
Dude, these cannot be more... They're literally the same guy, just one's Chinese and one's American. That's fucking crazy. This world is insane. Yeah, I'm not gonna read that. Oh, here we go with this dude. We keep seeing the same clip, but it's got more fucking time added to it. I want to see what this is about real quick.
Okay, good afternoon, everybody.
Good evening.
I'm very excited to be hosting this panel. We've got a very illustrious group of individuals here,
Why is the
and we
light
are
so low?
tackling the the topic of, is there a global consensus in crypto?
Okay,
so
Thomas
before I
Lee.
even level set and set the stage for a conversation, I just want to introduce who's actually in this.
All right, we
author
saw this.
And, has a that.
Yeah, all right, so I'm not going to watch this whole thing right now. Okay. When banks stop laughing and start integrating, it's already too late to catch up. Look who is attending Ripple Swell. Literally all of them. Literally everybody. Everybody of importance in this industry is going. But that doesn't signal anything.
Yeah, it just helps Ripple. It doesn't help XRP.
Okay. Okay. Breaking. President Trump says the South Korea has agreed to pay the U.S. $350 billion to lower their tariffs. Trump also says that South Korea has agreed to buy U.S. oil and gas in vast quantities, and their investment in the U.S. will exceed $600 billion. I mean, we'll see if that comes to fruition. He just kind of like spouts off sometimes without a filter. But if that's true, I guess that's good. He's literally over on his tour just shaking these countries down. He's like, you're going to give us what we want now. What was Brad saying? We saw that. Here it is. Here it is. The infamous clip, dude, that I was talking about earlier. Ready?
I think
Michael Saylor.
About where you see Bitcoin hitting at the end of the year and in a year from now when we're back at this conference?
Well, I think Bitcoin's going to continue to grind up. I think the volatility is coming off of it as the industry becomes more structured with more derivatives and more ways to hedge it.
Yep.
Our expectation right now is end of the year, it should be about $150,000. And
what happened to the 250?
That's the consensus of the equity analysts that cover our company.
What happened to the 250, Saylor?
Right now. I don't know why it won't grind up to $1 million a coin over the next 4 to 8.
Yeah, you always got to have that reassurance after. Yeah, no, it's going to underperform what I was saying a couple months ago. But no, in the end, it's going to be $10 quadrillion. It's going to be more than the
8 years. I would think not less than 4, not more than 8.
Yeah.
And of course,
dude, he literally, like, he just fucking spouts off shit. He's like 4, maybe 7, maybe 6. What the fuck? What are you
my
talking about?
long-term forecast is it goes up about 30% a year for the next 20 years. and
he
we're
just
headed
says
towards
shit.
$20 million Bitcoin.
He just says
Michael, thank you
shit.
so much.
Yeah, my pleasure.
Dude, he literally just fucking spouts nonsense. It's insane. Oh, this was crazy. Dude, this is gonna, how long have we been going already? Guys, should I wrap the stream up? What do you think? What do you think? Should I strap that up? I think we've been going 77 minutes. What is that? Hour 14? Shit. Insane, bro. Hey, Mike, I'm looking forward to watching this after my meeting. Oh, shit. I literally just said, I was like, should I wrap the stream up now? I don't know. Oh, I like the way the TV's glowing in the back, the border of it. Damn. I'm listening at work. Keep it going. Okay. All right, shit. Maybe I will. Maybe I will. All right. Guys, hit that like button. Help the stream. Help the stream. Maybe I'll do a couple more stories. I got a couple more. Okay. Let me check some things. I'm doing stuff, Lori. Thanks. I'm better for Lori. If anyone knows that from, what that's from, you're a legend. I'm better for Lori than you, man. Dude, what are these people saying? What the hell? ETF, baby. What about the ETFs? What are you talking about? ETFs are great. Yeah, no, they are great. Just like Frosted Flakes, dude. Frosted Flakes. As long you got videos ready, puss out. What's pussing out? Ooh. Hey. I'm kind of vibing to this like elevator jam right now, honestly. Just taking a little mental reset. Sometimes you gotta do that. Hey. Apple Jacks? What about Apple Jacks? I say the best cereal is Cinnamon Toast Crunch and Reese's Puffs. But that's just me. The Trend Twins. I might just put this on while I go to a bathroom break real quick. So I put the Trend Twins on. What was this? Farmer buys computer in 1995. I'll just put this video on because I don't know what the fuck it is. All right, I'm gonna go take a bathroom break real quick, get some fresh air real quick, do a little mental reset, and then I'll come back, do a couple more stories. Look at this shit. Cap'n Crunch berries. That's what you think? Aye, aye. Captain McClarky. Captain McClarky. Captain Crunch berries. Pretty solid. So common. Taking me back to my childhood. Wait, what is? Whoa, why is the color? Whoa, what the hell? Oh, because the light died. What? Are you freaking kidding me right now? Running on zero juice. Oh, shit. 90s nostalgia. Oh, yeah, this thing. Yeah, it's some guy buying a computer or something in 1995. Farmer buys computer in 1995. Damn, I need light, though. It's so dark. I'm kind of getting scared, bro. It's so spooky up in this bitch. Ooh. Oh, I want to put my drum kit in this, bro, and just fucking beatbox this. Oh, do my guitar, dude. Get a little bit of a whammy. Wait, screen. I guess we'll have to do this for now. I guess my laptop will have to be my light. The apple of my eye. Sorry, we're going to be even darker this episode. Just wear a mask for Halloweeny. Well, I don't think I'm going to be streaming now. Drums. Oh, dude, drums would go crazy on this beat. Okay. Bum 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 bum. Okay, so DAI. That's a blank screen. That's what's giving me the light on my face right now. I wonder if Amazon has any rights to the XRP escrow. So this was from Kendra Hill, Esoteric XRP. I have no way right now of confirming if this document is real, but I've heard and seen some stuff about Amazon's name being thrown around with XRP. And then I remember at an AWS conference that was on video, one of the ladies up on the stage mentioned Ripple or XRP. So like they're aware of it a long time ago. So that's why, you know, we'll just see what it says. A partnership years in the making. In a deal which was negotiated in 2015, Amazon holds stake in 5 billion XRP. Currently, that XRP is in a locked account until the partnership is made public. Dude. Hearing that statement, that makes me immediately go to like, why did Ripple call their hidden broker Ripple Prime? Because that's what everyone drew connections to. They were like, oh, Ripple Prime, like Amazon Prime. That's a weird coincidence, maybe. Who fucking knows? Maybe Amazon's the flip of the switch. They say some shit about how they utilize in that. I don't know. I got no clue. That's just that's an interesting little detail. Why has this been kept secret? Let me first respond to this by asking you a question. Why does the price of XRP not move when new partnerships are announced? The answer to my question is that XRP has no use cases currently. This will soon change. When it does, the price will rise quickly. They are very selective when announcing new partnerships publicly. So, to answer your question, it is in the best interest of everyone involved to keep the price as low as possible, allowing major investors to buy in early, while also pushing away investors from the lower class. When the Amazon partnership is announced, the world will be talking about XRP. Millions of people will buy XRP on that day, so this partnership is being saved for a later date. That's fucking crazy. I have no idea who Kendra... I've heard the name Kendra Hill. I have no idea if this has any validity to it or whatever. Maybe we should take a little bit of a look. ChatGPT that. Kendra Hill, XRP, Amazon deal. Let's see. They're going to flip the switch hard. Yeah, bullish, bro. Yeah, it is bullish for sure. Yeah, I know. I hate that term, the flip of the switch thing, because all these, like, YouTubers and shit, they, like, have been saying it every single potential catalyst. That's a true story. Yeah, well, I gotta see for myself. Who is Kendra Hill first off? There's no credible evidence of a former deal between Amazon and XRP backed by verifiable documents. Okay. Kendra Hill is known in crypto circles for making bold claims and theories, particularly around XRP, elite networks, and large companies. One of her claims is that Amazon holds a large stake in XRP, 5 billion, and that there was a deal around 2015. Okay. Many posts reference Hill's claims show up on social media and theory type. Okay. What's the public documented? No public documents. Yeah, there's no public evidence, and I don't know who she is, so I have no idea if she's trustworthy or her track record with anything, but, I mean, it's possible, I guess. Anything's possible. Wow, yeah, this is already irrelevant. Trump already met with G. Fidelity. The cascading effect is rolling out for the Solana ETFs right now. So, yeah, there's a loophole. Since the government shut down, everyone was like, oh, they're not going to be able to do ETFs or approve them or anything. But I guess there's a workaround. Finagle it. There's an act, like a 1933 Securities Act, some shit, whatever. A loophole that basically there's a timer on it. And then if nothing happens after that timer, the ETF can just go live. So that's how these Solana ones went through. Hence why they don't need the government open, I guess, whatever. And, so yeah, the Fidelity changed it to that to try to take advantage of that loophole to get theirs just up and going. This is crazy. Just in, OpenAI prepares for IPO at $1 trillion valuation. $1 trillion, dude. It's probably going to be more than that, which is the sick part. Elon's fucking stomach must be turning, dude. Starting that company to be open. And then this motherfucker or whoever got their hands on it, the demons, bro, they're gonna IPO that for $1 trillion. Holy shit. Yeah, Bitcoin fell onto 110. The whole market's bleeding right now. The world's financial elite are heading to NYC for Ripple Swell. Over 700 of the world's most influential voices, including leaders from NASDAQ, BlackRock, JP Morgan, and Global Policy, will convene at the two-day gathering. Tune in CoinDesk, live on November 4th and 5th. Guys, it's so fucking weird when I call these dates out, dude, because, bro, I literally said this exact date videos ago, bro. I look at my portfolio last year, and literally November 4th, 5th, I'm not shitting you, I say the 5th, is when the market took off. It was grumbling before then, but then on the 5th, it fucking rocketed. I'm sure this is a pure coincidence, but I'm telling you, if we fast forward to November 4th, 5th, and this market is fucking taking off now, that's going to be crazy. That's going to be the true confirmation of, like, I don't know. MasterCard to acquire crypto startup Zero Hash for nearly $2 billion. Have they said anything yet on that Ripple being a bank thing yet? That was supposed to be today, right? No, it wasn't supposed to be today. It was just today marks the 120-day, like, review process. So there's no guarantees of anything. It's just like they said about the decision might take around 120 days, but it's the government. So just always, like, whenever there's a hard date for something in this space, always question it, because it's almost never the case. But yeah, no, and I think today, is it today? It was either today or tomorrow that 120 day officially marked 120. But yeah, with the way things operate, there's no way it's going to be right on time. Ever. They got to save that decision for, you know, when they're ready to pull that. I don't know what Zero Hash is, but I guess good for MasterCard. A lot of crypto companies being fucking acquired, dude. Billions. Taking my price target for Palantir from 200 to 250. Poor Palantir is about to crash, dude. Same thing with the other one he said earlier. What the hell did he say? Which crypto company? Or something like that. He was pro fucking something. I got to see if there was a tweet anywhere that he said Meta is going to do good, because Meta absolutely crashed. Like 8% or some shit, which is crazy. Visa to support USDC, EURC, PayPal USD, and USDG on Ethereum, Solana, Stellar, and Avalanche. There we go. Right there. There we go. That's what we want to see. I mean, good for everyone if they're holding all these. Yet again, these are all in the conversation of the ones actually being used. So you just throw some shit at the wall. At any of these, you're probably going to make money, but there's some, not financial advice, there are some that I think are going to be bigger winners than others. But that's just me. Yeah. Oh, yeah, the Fed's going to end quantitative tightening. They lowered interest rates, and this is how the market reacts. But it's all coordinated, it seems. This is Sandy from Franklin Templeton, right? Yeah. She launched some type of money market fund, tokenized version of it, either on Stellar. I think on Stellar. Or XRP. I don't know, I forget. One of them. What do you Sandy? Oh, in the what? Yo, you better watch your mouth, Sandy. This is PG.
Living through investing era, we're going to see technology drive a super important evolution in the role.
She's the head of innovation at Franklin.
Technology has always been a part of the solutions when you think about the way an advisor engages, but technology has become so much more sophisticated.
In the future, I'm going to have a cryptographically protected wallet. And that wallet is truly going to become my one container for my financial life.
That sounds like the digital currency hellscape they want to unleash for control. That's literally what it sounds like when they say it. Like, they try to brand it as such a beautiful thing, but then I hear sometimes they just say it, and I'm like, whoa, that's kind of crazy.
Entire portfolio, so that now you're delivering a single token back to a client that represents their beliefs.
Just like my credit card can give me reward points, and I can use those reward points to do things in my life, my investment portfolio will start to provide me those same kinds of benefits and perks.
I think better living through investing means investing in everyday life. Like, everything that you're
He looks like Pizza Pettigrew.
can have an investment component to it.
Instead of just thinking about how can they optimize my investment portfolio, the advisor needs to think about how can they optimize every financial asset I have.
Sandy, you're the GOAT, Sandy. Sandy Cheeks, hashtag it. Bro, your Matrix insight is so advanced. Well, I appreciate that. I don't think it's too advanced. I just kind of say it how I see it. I'm always trying to learn. Just in, this was yesterday, 22 hours ago. Amazon's AWS apparently experienced widespread outages again, which is very odd. That it seems like, I don't know, that's very odd. They do it twice. There's just a lot of weird chess pieces moving on the board right now in geopolitics and shit. I don't know. That seems very coincidental. Yeah, at the same FII or FIT, whatever it is, our boy Lawrence was there. Let's see what Lawrence has to say.
The biggest question from central banks is, what is the role of tokenization and digitization?
Bro, it's literally just to move your money easier. Like that's the pitch.
How quickly should they think about digitizing their own currency? What does that mean for the role of the dollar? If every currency digitizes and we have a, what does that mean for bank payments? What does that mean for the payment companies like MasterCard and Visa? All these are being questioned right now. I think we spend so much time talking about AI. We're not spending enough time talking about how quickly we're going to tokenize every financial asset and the opportunity we're going to have a digital wallet and moving, ETFs and other things through a digital wallet. And I think that's going to happen worldwide very rapidly. And I think most countries are ill-prepared for that and underappreciate how technology is changing that, not unlike how technology is changing AI and other things. It will be changing the technology around the plumbing of finance.
He's out there putting his balls on the table, telling you what's going down, dude. He's literally out there telling us. And he's the guy who runs it. He replaced Klaus Schwab at the WEF. Jeremy NG, CEO of OpenDen. Why does XP Market exchange right now? Wait, what? I don't know what you're talking about. Wait, is that like breaking news or something? Or is this just like a bot account? Is that what this is? Am I being trolled? Is there any breaking news right now? No, I'm not seeing anything. JP Diamond says crypto and stablecoins will be all major banks. 6 months stablecoins will be king. JP Morgan just said some bullish shit. Oh, Jamie Dimon admit. Oh, dude, we got some breaking news. Hold the fuck up. Hold the frick up, dude. Something about Roblox. Oh, wait, what? What happened? Whoa, okay. Bitpanda? What the fuck is Bitpanda? RLUSD just listed on Bitpanda. No clue what that is. I guess an exchange. Who cares about Bitpanda? How many users they got? Fucking 7? Bitpanda. 100K followers. The fuck is Bitpanda? Well, let me see that. Fast track your financial freedom. It's a fucking exchange? What the hell is this shit? Fast track your financial freedom. I guess. It's very odd. Okay. Whatever. Whatever. Guys, be sure to hit that like button on the stream. Helps it out. Appreciate you if you're tuning in, just chilling right now. We're just kind of vibing. I'm just doing a quick scan because we got some stuff going on, I guess. Well, my fucking light charges too. Already weren't through that Bitcoin. That Bitcoin shit of Michael Saylor. 150K. Shut your face, grandma. Okay, there it is. Found it. This is the same securitized shit. We've partnered with BNY Global to launch the first tokenized fund focused on AAA ratings. Yep, that's good. And BNY also, if we think back to literally a couple of months ago, BNY will be will officially custody RLUSD. It's not hard to see where this is going. It's fucking not. It's not at all. Every end of the year dumping happens. Well, that's not true. Then pumps. If the Fed is preparing to quantitative easing again, crypto will dump on top of normal year-end dumping. I don't know. That's an interesting way you typed it, so I'm not too sure what you mean, but literally last year, November 5th is when it started skyrocketing. Oh, even if it's delayed, I think even if they somehow shake us out yet again for these next 2 months, I think at least Q1 2026, as long as no crazy shit like aliens or nukes or anything. Excuse me. Dollar support. Dollar make you holla. Is that what you're saying? What's this guy saying? Many of you have asked my thoughts on the Western Union Solana. Oh yeah, we already saw that shit. We already talked about that. So JP Morgan just came out. Let me see this shit.
Skeptical of crypto at one point. He was still skeptical. I've gotten away with no damage so far. Crypto is real. If you mean blockchain, stable coins, you have a JP Morgan deposit coin, you can move stuff, smart contracts are real, all that stuff is real. It will be used by all of us to facilitate, better transactions and customer service. If anybody was skeptical.
That guy is the biggest slime ball on the planet. Fed rate cut signal dollars, trap for oh yeah, no. Yeah, of course they're turning the money printer on again. That's crazy, dude. Jamie Dimon, the ultimate motherfricker. Swing trade, the ups and downs. Don't go long. Hey, not financial advice. Let me see. I think there was one more. Yeah, no, just Jamie Dimon completely flipping the script on what he said. And, okay. Okay. Guys, I'm going to wrap the stream here. We've gone through it all. We've gone through the daily. Be sure to hit that like button. It helps the stream and the channel out. Subscribe, notifications if you want to support the channel. Patreon's the best way to do that by becoming a Minutemen. That's what we call ourselves, the group. Over on Patreon, I'm going to be opening. I got exclusive videos up there right now. I'm going to be dropping the Discord access in there too, so we can start building up a Discord. And that's it. Like, comment, show some love on the videos, all that. And I appreciate you. Go out there, make that money, and I will see you in the next one.